At Dot and Company, we believe that all agencies deserve amazing account managers and that all of those account managers deserve to be supported, encouraged, and loved on. That's why we started CAM Community, a membership only for account managers. And inside, you'll gain access to the exact training we use to train our own client facing account managers, but also access to all of our SOPs, processes, and live trainings on a variety of topics. If you're an account manager, this is the place you've been waiting for. Learn more at dotandcompany.co/CAM community. Welcome back to the Happy Clients podcast. I'm so excited to share with you a live training that we did for our team as well as other account managers inside our community. And we are talking all things unhappy clients because as an account manager, obviously we want all of our time spent on happy clients and sunshines and rainbows, but the nature of our job is that sometimes there's unhappy clients. So we are sharing some best tips and tricks to maybe diffusing a negative situation a little bit and some of our best practices that you and your account managers can use in your day-to-day. So I'm excited for you to hear from Tiffany, one of our senior department managers. You are going to learn all about some tips and tricks to unhappy clients. So let's get into today's episode.
Welcome to the Happy Clients podcast, brought to you by Dot and Company. Whether you're a virtual assistant, an agency owner, or a client-facing account manager, we all deal with clients. Lucky for you, client management is what we do best. Now, let's dig in, chat cam life, and have some fun along the way. Cheers to happy clients.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I got the super fun topic of diffusing a negative situation with unhappy clients. And yeah, it's funny. I'm actually super excited to talk about this topic because I had some really cool experiences. I've had some really uncool experiences with angry clients and some great ones. And so I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I have a bit of a perspective to talk about this topic and share with everybody. And I always say that, you know, it's not a matter of if, but when you're going to deal with an upset client. So yeah, it definitely should be something we talk about as CAMs, not just the positive things, but when things don't go according to plan, because, you know, agency life can be chaotic and that's okay. As I was saying, who was I telling that to? I was saying that to Miriam. I was saying, us CAMs, we eat chaos for breakfast. Okay. So just navigating those uncertain situations. But yes, I will be aware of time and I'll start blowing through this. So unhappy clients, tips and tricks to diffusing a negative situation. So if you've hit a rocky patch in your client relationship, let's get things back on track. First, we're going to take a look at how to best support your clients during this tricky time. And then we'll take a look at what you need to have in your CAM tool belt to effectively and efficiently handle the situation. Lastly, we want to keep the good times rolling. So first off, before I go into my checklists, I'm going to do a little story time. I will preface that I am calling the story Karen in the funnel copy. Her name is actually Karen. I'm not calling her Karen. So this is just an example of a time I faced a negative client situation and how I diffused it. I'll keep it really high level. If anybody wants to ask more about the story afterwards, feel free to ping me. But basically, I was working at a funnel building agency where we delivered at one point of contact a huge amount of copy. We wrote out an email sequence. We wrote out the whole funnel webpage copy. We wrote ads copy. We delivered everything in this big package to clients. And we did preface, you know, check us for accuracy, check it for the tone. Like, this is a collaborative effort. We want to, you know, we usually get to this point and we make some adjustments. Now, when Karen got this copy, without warning, she wanted to schedule an immediate call and she came on like guns blazing. She was in tears. She was crying and just so overwhelmed and in distress. And it caught us off guard. So you're not always prepared. In fact, most often you're not prepared when you head into a really stressful meeting. Karen was feeling like she's like, I lost my whole investment with you guys. You don't understand my tone at all. My clientele will never respond to this copy. You've like just betrayed me and I've wasted my money and this is like all terrible and like I've lost out. And just, you know, how clients can sometimes come in just like totally just discouraged and overwhelmed. And so we had to stop and listen and hear her out. And I will get into the steps of what do you do when I go into a meeting like that and that happens to me and I'm not prepared, and what you can have in your tool belt to prepare yourself for situations like that. And then we'll loop back to the story and we'll talk about how that relationship continued after and kind of what we did. So first things first, let's talk about the client's needs, address what we need to do initially in the immediate time to get back on track to a winning CAM client relationship as fast as possible. So my golden rule is that clients need to feel heard. So give them the floor and take lots of notes. And when you take those notes, repeat back their concerns to make them feel like you hear them, that you've actually documented and repeated back, that you understand what is stressing them out. What's the problem? Secondly, they really clearly need to understand your plans to remedy the situation. So #action items. Document the action items and put together a clear plan of action that at least outlines the next steps you're going to take to remedy the situation. So now in your notes, you've heard them out and documented their concerns. You've outlined your next steps for them. Third, the proof is in the pudding. So do not forget to follow through on those action items. The first 24 hours after this instance is going to be so important to deliver and rebuild that trust and show them that you guys are actually coming through on the promises that you made for the clients. So any updates, even if something's not ready yet, letting them know you're progressing, letting them know where you're at, or getting a snippet or a sneak peek of something is going to be super impactful to show them that you are actually on it and progressing. So the last thing is that when you've gotten past this initial rush and you've resolved the stressful situation and you've delivered the revised copy or whatever it is, don't forget the ongoing support and schedule regular check-ins, especially with clients that have gone through something stressful, to remind them of the progress that you're making and the awesome work that your team is doing. They're going to need extra care and extra love because you've documented what is a pain point for them. Make sure that you give them the extra love moving forwards. So the other thing I'm going to talk about that I didn't address right here is #GetEmpowered. So I'll discuss that in the CAM tool belt, things that you can do to get empowered. So what about the CAM? I just wrote this one as how to be a unicorn when things aren't all sunshine and rainbows. And don't worry, it's not as daunting as you think. Everything you're going to need is, first off, a healthy dose of patience and empathy. I wrote sugar, spice, and everything nice, just to drive home the point that it's okay to feel emotional when you get a really angry email. It's okay to be impacted and be sad. We're so invested in the success of our clients, and it does hurt sometimes. We can be human and we can feel emotions, but it's really important to be professional when you respond. Your client is going to be looking at you for tone and confidence that your team is capable of handling the situation and that everything can go back to a positive track. So sometimes writing an email and then going away and doing another task and then coming back and revising it before sending it, just removing out any stressful tones and just maintaining positive, upbeat, confident vibes throughout that email response is so important. So it's okay to take time and it's okay to have those feelings at the beginning. That's why you just want to have everything nice and lots of patience for the situation. Thank you, Elena. Second thing is a stellar team of backup. CAMs that are great at what they do never go at it alone. They have a team. When you have a stressful situation, talk to your agency owner about it. Talk to other account managers in your agency about it. Talk to your .co representative, or bring it to the CAM community to have other people give insights. It's so important to feel like you can lean on a team of people, get their insights and expertise, and reaffirm, is this normal? How should I be reacting to it? So great CAMs don't just handle things on their own, and they let their team know so that if anybody else is interacting with the client, they have forewarning and they're aware of what's been going on. The next thing I will add is setting a clear set of boundaries and expectations. I talk about this way too often, but honestly, I think that boundaries and expectations are not even just for the benefit of the CAM, they are for the benefit of the client. When you don't set the proper expectations, they're not going into the relationship with no expectations. So those are just unset and unspoken, and they will be disappointed if you don't set those in advance. So set up proper expectations and proper boundaries so that everybody, yes, so that everybody is excited and they know what goals we're working towards achieving with the relationship. The last thing is put together a killer plan of action to rectify the situation. This comes from a good understanding, and this is the hashtag Get Empowered. This comes from a good understanding of your service offerings and knowing the team's bandwidth and how you can go above and beyond to support clients in need. So one thing that's super important, obviously, is to be able to go into a situation and be able to take away and say, I'll talk to my team and follow up with you with a response. But it's another step further to have that conversation with your agency owner and say, I need to be equipped with the ability to negotiate, know what the team can offer, know what we can do to go above and beyond and go the extra mile for our clients, and what we can actually take on and handle. So really understanding your services and understanding your team and their capacity is going to be integral to walk into situations and say, I can do this, this, and this to go above and beyond to resolve this situation. So something like that is really important when you're walking into a stressful situation and you need to kind of create a little extra something for your clients. Now, back to my story here. This is just an email from Karen. So what ended up happening here is it was not negative, actually. I heard her out on the call. I was totally like, I understand you invested so much. This is a stressful situation, but I want you to call us on these things. I want you to call us on this tone stuff and call us out if we have the wrong ideas here or we got the facts wrong. I am not going to stop being on this team until we get you copy you're not even just liking, you're thrilled and blown away about. I'm here for you. We're going to jump on as many calls as is needed to get this to a wonderful point. And after that, I was on the team so hard about this copy, getting everybody to triple check their work and send it through for tone. And Karen absolutely loved it and she was blown away. And I have such a wonderful relationship with her now. I'm no longer with that agency, but we're literally friends on LinkedIn because of this wonderful, terrible experience that we got to go through together. So sometimes a negative situation is honestly a chance for you to prove that you're there for the client and actually build the relationship even stronger than it was before. So don't look at a situation that's negative and think, oh my gosh, this is the end and now I have to work with these people. It's an opportunity to have an even better relationship with them. So takeaways are stay calm, stay positive, hear your client out, know your team, your service offerings, and get empowered to solve problems on the spot. Take action and show value. Don't stop showing the love. And lastly, your client relationship is not beyond saving. Keep up the good work and rebuild the trust stronger than ever. So thank you. If you have any questions, I've left a couple minutes here at the end. Sorry about going over there. It's hard to fit it in the time span, eh?
You are all good. I love so much that you talked about like listening to clients, because I feel like as the CAM, we kind of have this unique opportunity where we can hear all their feedback and not really like let the team hear it. Like they only need to hear the final details, right? And so like you can totally kind of protect your team and the creative people and all the people, you know, who are getting their work kind of picked apart. Yeah. We can be like, listen, tell me exactly how you feel, and then remove the emotion, tell the team what they need to hear. And it's a really great way to kind of like be like, hey, I'm actually on your team, client. Like, yeah, I'm here for you. I want to make sure you're happy, and kind of like really make, like you said, that relationship really strong just by listening. Because sometimes people just want to vent, and sometimes it's other things that are making them so angry or upset, right? So being a CAM, I think, is a really great opportunity to just kind of be like, it's okay. We're going to fix it. This is just marketing. This is not brain surgery. Like everything's going to be fine. We're going to make this right. So I love that you said that. Does anyone have any questions for Tiffany? Any like situations you're currently in that maybe you need help navigating? If not, you can always message us privately because maybe if something's going on right now, it's a little sensitive, that's fine. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll wrap up this call. We'll send out the recording in case anybody wants to rewatch to kind of see those tips. And then, like I said, if you ever have a question, put it in the CAM community, message us privately if it is a little sensitive. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today.
There you have it. That is all things unhappy clients. I hope that you can share this with your account managers for just have things in your tool belt for when situations come up. And if you want to enroll your account managers in our community to get access to these live trainings every single week, head over to dotandcompany.co/CAM community and we'll see you in there.
Cheers to happy clients.